Welcome to the Andy Ruther Show. Here is your host, Andy Ruther.
Welcome to the Andy Ruther Show. That is me, Andy Ruther, coming to you on this nice spring and rainy day here in Cincinnati, Ohio, which I love. Like, I'm not ready for summer. Not ready. I'm not ready for that heat. Not ready for the humidity. Bring on the rain. Make it happen. Let's ease in. Let's just ease in. Let's not go full throttle. And let's not just jump in, not raw, just not like a kid getting laid for the first time. Like, let's not just jump in like that. Let's just ease it in. That's how I like it. But yeah, got a good night's rest last night, so feeling good. And I was thinking before we started the show, I was thinking like, dude, I gotta get off the text messages. Do you guys have this? Are you guys on like too many text threads and too many group chats? And it's just like it like overtakes your whole day, your whole night. I was looking, I have it right here. This week, okay, so it's Thursday. This week I've spent 4 hours and 24 messages, 4 hours and 24 minutes on text messages. I'm spending about 52 minutes a day. 52 minutes a day. Let's just round that up to 60. Let's say an hour a day. An hour a day, 7 hours of my week are on text messages. The one that dominates is the one with my brothers, my 4 brothers. Like, that's the one that dominates the group chat. And it's fun and it's ball busting. It's 5 brothers busting each other's chops, making jokes. But like, I don't know. It's just too much. Like, I don't want to be buried in this thing. I just don't want to be buried in it. I'm already buried in it for work enough on social media. It's like, what am I doing? So I think I've just decided, like, I need to take a step back, which I've done before on especially the brother group chat. It's just nonstop. It's too much. It's too much. Last time I took a break, my one brother was calling my other brothers. It was like, is Andy all right? What's going on with Andy? He has been chatting in the group text. He's not commenting. That's how crazy it is now in 2025. If you're not commenting in a group chat, if you're not a regular contributor, people think you're like suicidal. Like, what? No, man, I'm just taking a break. I got 2 kids now. That's the other thing, though. Kids will pick up on that stuff. So I try not to be buried in my phone ever, especially around my 2-year-old, because kids will pick up on that. Kids are smart. And then they're going to do the same thing. That's how that works. It's a cyclical thing. It's a giant circle. They're going to see you buried in your phone. By the time they get their phone, they want to be buried in it. So I've decided right now here for you guys. I don't want to be buried in the group chat. I don't want to do it. It's too much. It's nonstop. It's all the time. And I get it. Like, how this started, my brother group chat really picked up, obviously, in 2020, going through all the stuff we did with my parents and my parents dying and all that stuff. It's like, I get why it started, but we're 5 years later. I can't be in on every joke. I can't have to comment or have to respond or have to defend my manhood, which is how it goes a lot of times. Like, they always bust my balls, especially me. It's like, I can't be doing that. I'm done. I'm putting it to the side. Because all it does is make you stupider, like, when you're in front of these things. Like, what's crazy is we don't know with this phone, we don't know long-term effects. It's still so new, right? We don't know the long-term effects of the cell phones, what it does, just like the cancer it does. We don't know. And I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to like scare everybody or say like, oh, we're all going to die. Like, we don't know. We don't, like, here's my thing. AI is great. I use Chat GPT a lot. I use it now a lot. But like, also, we are going to be overtaken. I don't think everybody realizes that. We will be overtaken by robots, by some sort of artificial intelligence. That's the way it's going to be, without a doubt, right? Hands down, they're going to overtake humans. It's going to happen. Like it's crazy because we've seen this in every sci-fi movie or television show. We've seen this for years. And I think we almost see it coming, but people really don't think about it's like it's coming. It's coming quicker than people think. That's how I feel. I think AI is, I don't know what it's like. I don't know how we're gonna have jobs. I know I always say this. I just don't know. So many jobs I don't think are gonna exist in 10 years, which on the scale of things is a real small window. 10 years. Like the AI takeover, again, there's a lot of positives. I'm not one of those guys who's like, oh, I'm anti-AI. I'm anti using technology. Not at all. I use it. Just know this shit is going to take us over. It's taking us over. Like just know that, right? And maybe that's the evolution of the earth. Maybe that's the evolution of mankind. I don't know. It's taking us over. It's just weird seeing certain things. I saw this thing from this college graduation, and again, it's nothing major, but it's just seeing like minor things where you're like, whoa, this college, Pace University, which is in New York, was using AI to announce the student's name at the college graduation. Let me pull up this video. They were scanning their phone. It's crazy. They're scanning their phone at the graduation to say their names. So there's no human error. Look at this. Watch this.
Kelly Danko, Sophia Cicero, Emily.
Look at this. CeeLo Green. I don't know why CeeLo Green is there, but CeeLo Green is there. Look at this guy. CeeLo Green, apparently, where'd he go? I think he got Me Too'd. He was one of the casualties. There's a lot of casualties in Me Too. I think he was one of the first Me Too. CeeLo Green is now handing out the barcode at Pace University that's going to announce the names of the graduates. That's what CeeLo Green is doing now. I think you're crazy. Look what CeeLo's doing. I mean, look at this.
Acosta, Sabrina Ali, Jeremy Brosnan.
See, here's my thing. If they're going to do this, it's. I think you need to make it fun. It's just some generic computer generated AI voice. I think the name should fit the nationality, the ethnic background. So, like for this guy, you know, a basic white dude who got his Bachelor of Science at the School of Education, it'd be like just like how it was, Jeremy Brosnick. Now let's see this next one.
Hayden Tops.
Oh, they changed it. It was a black dude. They changed it. I wonder if they have it, if it match raced or like based on the ethnicity.
Caitlin Egan,
Yep, went back to basics.
Sierra Janes,
Haley Vitale.
Oh, they do. Haley Vitale. Like they give it a little Italian. They gave it a little oomph to it. Haley Vitale.
Oh my God.
Shania Blackwell,
Oh no, you gotta do a Shania Blackwell. I don't know. You gotta grab a black woman to do Shania Blackwell. You can't have the white dude do it.
Gabrielle Star Acevedo,
Yeah, you need a, Gabriel Star Acevedo. No, I don't know why I'm doing Italian. It would not be Italian. You need a Spanish voice, is my point. You know what I love? I love that they're celebrating. Everybody's celebrating in this video. They're so happy that they're graduating. Do they realize? Here's the irony. They're celebrating using a barcode like they're scanning out at a grocery store. They're using the barcode celebrating when that same intelligence, that same technology will be the reason they don't have jobs after college. Like there's levels of irony here. And on top of that, I looked it up because I had to. I was like, okay, What is this Pace University? What's it cost? I have it right here. Pace University's undergrad tuition for this upcoming year, 25-26, is $52,924 for full-time students. The School of Performing Arts is $58,900, so about $59,000. So imagine that. You paid 50, and I'm sure they're not paying all this, but still, you paying 50 plus G's a year. They can't even read your name. They can't even read your name at graduation. You're paying over $200,000, damn near $250,000 to get your degree, and you're holding up your phone, scanning it like you're buying strawberries at the local grocery store. It's unbelievable. And again, they're cheering. They're cheering. Dude, I feel bad, man. I just feel bad. That degree is college is kind of worthless now, isn't it? It's kind of worthless. I've been thinking lately. I've been thinking a lot lately. Do I really want to have a college fund for my kids, my two little girls? Like, is it like, why? Again, technology. I don't even know where we're gonna be in 15, 16, 17, 18 years when my two girls go to college. I started a college fund. Full disclosure, I started one for my oldest daughter, Isla. And I started because you can put in, I think it's a program where it's not taxable with investments. I forget what is it? 529K, whatever it is. I think it's 529K. What is that? Yeah, it's the Ohio Savings Plan. You start at 529K. Anyway, it's basically it's a plan where they can't tax you when you take it out, and I'm investing it, and you can put in up to $4,000. They won't tax for a year, and again, it's basically you're playing the market with it. But my point is, so I've done that so far. I said I'll do that yearly, that minimum, the $4,000. But in my head, I'm like, is she gonna need this in 15 years? Whatever that fund is at in 15 years, is she gonna need like? What are the job opportunities in 15 years? Now, the good thing is I could use it for any education. You can use it for any private school education. I could use it for if I was sent to private grade school, private high school. You can use it. But my point is, lately I've been like, I've had this thought in my head. I'm like, is it more beneficial to put $333 a month into her college fund or put that into her learning Spanish? Like, what's going to give her a better opportunity? Becoming bilingual, becoming fluent in Spanish, or having that money by the time she goes to college, which could be completely worthless in 15 years. It's like these kids showing their barcode. What does it say? Students, they scanned it, as you saw, using the technology. Our names are getting read by AI graduation. One kid said, getting the ick at my own graduation. We gave a website spelling and gave the audio. We had to type it out phonetically. Then it generated an audio for a preview. What the kids said it. They said it Pace. Well, congrats, guys. You don't have jobs. like, congrats. AI took your jobs. I don't know. Like, how many of us don't have jobs? How many of us don't have jobs? I look at all the stuff I do. I'm like, is there podcasting? You can create an AI podcast too, right? You could create you see all these baby AI podcasts that are fun, these clips. They take big podcasters. You'll see it. Like I've seen a lot of the ones with Theo Vaughn and they AI generate them into babies and the discussions they have with their guests on the podcast. It's crazy. It's fun. You're also not going to have a job. You're just not going to have a job. I just don't think people see it. I don't think people see it coming. But whatever, it's fine. It's weird. It's crazy. You got to enjoy it, right? Again, I'm on Chat GPT all the time. I use it for work too. It's great, man. It's great. You just don't want to be too addicted to this stuff. That was my point when I started the show. I'm like, the text messages, all this stuff. But I also look for stuff that makes me laugh or whatever. Like there's so much good content out there. I think that's important. And I was actually looking. I was looking at the Ask Men Reddit the other night. I was up. My daughter, I talked about this last week. My second daughter, Molly, she's hit that 4-month sleep regression. So she's getting up at like 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, middle of the night, can't sleep, needs to eat a bottle. So that's basically my job since Brittany works like an 8 to 5 as a pharmacist. So like I handle it. So like trying to get her back to sleep isn't always the easiest, especially now. So I go down these rabbit holes, and I was going down Ask Reddit the other day, and I saw some good ones. I go to the Ask Men Reddit. And I was going to some of these. Let me pull some of these up. So these are some of the Ask Men Reddit. This was what was this one? Oh yeah. This guy had a relationship, dating, sex question. It's titled "Too Much for Just Meeting?" ? Met this woman. She does OnlyFans for a living. No judgment, just her background. She came over for the first time the other night, and we did the deed, and she stayed in my house for a while after I left, which is okay because I have cameras. Okay, so she comes over first time. You guys knock it out of the park. My man scores. He hits a home run the first time. She stays. She's sticking around. You leave. He says, I leave. It was okay because I have cameras. That's a weird move, man. That's a weird move. You're leaving. You just met this girl. You bring her over. You hook up. Whatever. It's cool. You might vibe with her. But you leave. That's a terrible decision. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? You're just reckless. You're just gonna leave. Just complete stranger. Just in your house. You'd be trying on your shoes. Rooting through all your stuff. Okay, what else does he say? He says he came back. Wait. And then came back and brought so you went to the grocery store? This guy left to go grocery shopping? I brought groceries. She meal prepped for me for the next week. We're on a week now? Then she brought lunch to me at work. Now it's been a few days she's been over. It sounds like a week, bruh. She's been over, but I don't know what to think. I think she's being really nice, but others are telling me to watch out because it doesn't seem all that normal. What do you all think? Dude, you got a stage 5, you got a stage 100 clinger. You bring her over. You guys hang out, you watch a movie, whatever, you hang, you do the deed like you said. You knock boots. You do the dirty. Good for you, bro. Now she's meal prepping. She's showing up to your work. You just met her. You just met her, man. You need to walk away from this situation. Dude, there's girls I've vibed with right away. There's people I've vibed with. I'm sure you guys have vibed with somebody right away. That's overkill. Like there's girls I've vibed with whether it's emotionally, physically, both, and you like spend a weekend, the first time you meet, and you're like, oh, this is fun. I enjoy this person. I enjoy talking to this person. I enjoy the hookup with this person. Those things exist, but like she's not leaving your place, man. You just met her. She's meal prepping you. She's roping you in. That's what they do. They rope you in. She's doing all that stuff to keep you, man. I'm sure she's good. It sounds like she's good in the sack. She's an OnlyFans girl. She knows what she's doing. You don't trust her though, man. I wouldn't trust. That's too much. Like you need to tap the brakes. This is definitely Wedding Crashers, Isla Fisher, stage 5 clinger. Like I said, this is stage 100 clinger. You got to run away from this, man. I don't know if I've ever had anything to this extreme. I've had some clingers. I've had some crazies. See, the problem with the crazies is they're always the best in the sack. That's the problem. That's probably what's going on here. The crazies are like, I won't give this up, but I have to because she's so crazy at a certain point. That sounds what this might be. She just might be doing things to you on the one head that's affecting this head. That's what I think, man. Yeah, definitely walk away from that situation. All right, what else we got? What else we got in Ask Men Reddit? How has your opinion changed about your father after you became a father? Oh, good question. I like this one. A little more wholesome. Personally, I don't think as a new dad, I don't think my opinion of my father has changed that much. It's made me appreciate him even more, and I already appreciated him, especially with him being gone. You know what really hits you when you become a new father or when you become a dad for the first time is just that, like, you are the man of the house. You are the shot caller. You are numero uno. You are. Now, maybe in some houses that's different. I'm just talking traditional roles here. You handle the business. You're kind of the king of the court. You are. Most, again, I'm not saying all, and every relationship's different, but like, dude, I handle all the finances, all of it. My girl, she doesn't, dude, I had to explain to her, she had no clue what we spent monthly. Like she didn't believe me. It was almost funny. I had to explain to her we had been in the house, I don't know, a year and a half. She goes, we don't spend that much a month. I said, do you want me to pull up a spreadsheet? I got spreadsheets. I'm handling this. Yeah, this is what we spend monthly on the mortgage, on the food bills, on utilities, on all this stuff. It's not cheap. This is like she didn't believe me. So like as a father, I think it may for me, I see my dad and I'm like, you balanced 5 boys, you balanced your work, you balanced spending time with your boys, you balanced all that, and it makes me appreciate it even more. And what made me appreciate my dad more now, being a father now, just about 2 years into being a 2-time dad, is that my dad was pretty even keel, and I've talked about that. He didn't get mad. I never heard him swear beyond damn, shit, asshole. Again, I've talked about this. I didn't hear my dad drop the F-bomb until I was like 18. So like that being a dad now, and I can get frustrated at times, and I've definitely said things I shouldn't say in front of my girls. Now, granted, they're very young, but like my dad didn't do that. That definitely, becoming a parent has made me appreciate that about my dad. It's made me appreciate everything, because once you become a father, once you become a parent, the family has to come first, everything. So all my decisions I do for the most part are like, how does this benefit my family? Especially on the financial stuff. You just kind of have to. It's like, how does this benefit my family? What do I need to do to take care of my family? As the patriarch, what do I got to do to take care of my kids? What do I got to do to set their future? That's why I brought up the whole thing with college. I'm legit debating that. Is it smarter for me to invest money in college or to invest that money into teaching my daughter Spanish, making her bilingual? What is setting her up for success better? And that's what makes me appreciate my dad. My dad always did everything to set us up. He tried his best. He put us in the right schools. He worked his ass off on all those things. That's kind of what's made me appreciate my dad more, becoming a father. But that's a good question. It's a good question here on the Ask Reddit. We do we want to get to that call? Maybe we'll get to it here in a bit. Oh, this is kind of related. Here's another Ask Reddit. Ask Men on Reddit. When did you realize, oh, I'm not young anymore? This is very relevant to me. This person writes, it hit me when I saw a group of teens skateboarding, and my first thought was, man, I hope they're wearing helmets. Didn't even try to fight it. It just came out. I used to be that kid ignoring adults. Now I'm the adult. Yeah, so that's a moment where you're not young. See, I was late to the game, man. I was late. I literally lived by myself I live by myself. Hell, guys, I haven't even fully lived. We moved in this house July of 22. I haven't even spent 3 years. I'm 43. I lived by myself till I was 40. I haven't even spent 3 years living with somebody. So like that's the thing for me of like, when did you realize you weren't young anymore? For me, it was buying the house. That was like the first step of like, okay, I'm not young anymore. Now we got a mortgage. I got to figure out how to do some things. And I still don't know shit. I don't know shit, man. Thank God for YouTube. At least can explain some things for me. But then having the kids, that's when you're like, okay, I'm not young anymore. That's when it really hit for me. Because, my life before that, I'm living in Los Angeles. I'm living in Venice Beach. It doesn't matter that I'm in my late 30s or mid 30s or whatever. I'm still living that life, man. I'm living a block from the beach. I'm doing whatever I want. I'm totally single. I work from home. I'm working out when I want. I go to the beach when I want. I go to the pool when I want. I still felt, as that person said in the Ask Men, young. But then when I got the house, or you know what, I should take a step back. It was probably when my parents died in 2020. Because that was the first time I really had to look death up close, right in my face, twice. Bam, bam, twice in 8 months. That's when I started looking at life in a different direction and it was like, okay, my parents are gone. I got to grow up. I don't have that rock to lean on. I don't have a safety net. I don't have all those things now. That's probably when I was like, okay, you got to grow up a little because you're not going to be, you don't have that anymore. You don't have that comfort. It's basically like my 2-year-old with a pacifier. Like your parents were the pacifier. They're gone. That's like a go-to when she's frustrated or she's angry. And we're trying to get her to get rid of it. She just turned 2, but it's like you don't need that pacifier. That's kind of in a way what your parents are. So that's probably the first time I didn't feel young. Then we bought the house, then we have the kids. And now I'm just like, damn, I'm old. 43. Old dad. There was another question on the Ask Men Reddit, which I think was related to all this. Yeah, this is actually perfect. I didn't even think about this when I set this up. Here's another question. Men who live alone, what's your most bachelor survival life hack? Oh, this is easy. And I think everybody's commenting on this Reddit about it. Dude, if you live alone, if you're a bachelor, meal prep, man. Meal prep. I had that down to a science in Venice Beach, California. Meal prep. People would always say, oh, why do you go to Costco, man? You're just one dude. You live in a 400 square foot apartment next to the beach. You got a small fridge. You got a little studio apartment. What are you doing? I would go to Costco. I'd meal prep. I'd buy like a big thing of tri-tip or a big thing of chicken breast and just grill that shit, man. I grill a full big thing of chicken breast. Boom, boom, boom. Grill that, cut it up. You got meals for a week. You want to make a little chicken Alfredo, you got the chicken. You want to make a chicken salad, you got the chicken. You want to mix that up with some veggies, with some potatoes. You're going to cut up the steak. You can mix that in so many different meals. Meal prep, that was the way to do it. That's the number one thing. If you're a bachelor, that's the number one thing you got to do. And here's the difference between men and women. I could eat the same shit over and over. And that, you know what? That's been one of the hardest adjustments for me living with somebody for the first time in my life, starting at 40. That's been a tough adjustment. She's a woman. She won't do that. No, we just had that. I'm like, here's the deal. When I was living in Venice, California, I would literally, the amount of salads, because I was eating pretty good. I was eating way healthier there than I am here. No surprise there. I would literally eat the same salad 3-4 times a week. The same breakfast, which I still do a lot. My scramble, the famous Andy Ruther scramble. I'd eat that every morning. Same meals, the same snacks, all that stuff I would get in bulk at Costco. I get like the almonds and the mixed nuts, and then I'd snack on that. I try to snack on that with like an apple to try to be healthy, or the beef jerky, whatever it is. My point is, you meal prep as a dude. Not only do you save money, you have it right there, man. That's like the number one hack as a dude, I think, if you live alone, if you're a bachelor. That's like the most important thing that you can do. I'd also recommend to like clean semi-regularly. Like you don't want to look gross, man. You don't want to be bringing over that girl you met on OnlyFans like homeboy and your toilet has a bunch of pubes in it and stuff. Got skid marks. You got mold and mildew in your bathroom because you haven't washed your tub or your shower in front. You don't want that. So like, I'm not saying be anal. I'm not saying you got to clean all the time. I'm not saying you got to do that. But clean do a deep cleaning a bathroom once or twice a month. Do a deep clean. And also it's tiny. Dude, I used to, I didn't do that until probably my mid 30s. I didn't like start semi regularly cleaning it. And I'm like, why did I wait this long? Why did I wait until my mid 30s? I'm in a tiny apartment. Now I'm in a house and I'm like, God damn, this is a lot to clean. This is a lot different when you live in a house in the burbs. Those are the things I would do. But the big thing, if you're a single dude, if you're a bachelor, meal prep, man. All right, we got a call today. I'm going to bring up this call. It goes back to what I've been saying about daycares. 310-359-8365. No, that's the wrong show. That's a different show. That's Dirty Sports. Let's pull up the right hotline. Here we are. 859-935-0078. Again, it's always in the description of the podcast. That's the hotline. So let's see what Homeboy had to say. Again, this is related to all the things I've been saying about the expense of daycare.
Hey, Andy, it's Joe from northern Wisconsin. Been a long-time listener of you guys since about 2015. But
appreciate you, Joe.
You're talking about fucking childcare. It's unbelievable these days. I think $2,000 is basically like the going rate. I can't afford that shit. I don't know how anybody does. So I got my old lady. She works part-time on the weekends. And I work full-time on the weekdays. And I drive like an hour and 45. I don't know. Anybody pays for that. It's basically theft at that point. I don't think anything's ever going to change unless people just stop using these services. It's almost going to have to be like a roll back in time of like a mom or a dad staying home to watch the kids. I don't know. Have you maybe thought about doing that full time? All right. Love the show, buddy. Thanks for everything that you do for us.
Appreciate the call. Yeah, man, it's real. That's why I keep bringing it up. That's why I keep saying nobody talks about it. And he's right. Like he's saying, like the going rate. I don't think it matters where you live. If you got a couple kids, it's like 2 G's. Like that's the nut you got to pay a month. 2 G's, which is a mortgage for most people. Right, $2,000. And he's talking about how his wife's got to work on the weekends, and I think it cut out there. Maybe he does some driving somewhere. I don't know if he meant like a DoorDash or drive. I don't know what happened because it cut out. But dude, I get it. I think I said this on actually Dirty Sports. One of Brittany's friends' husbands, before he goes to his normal job, works a few hours at a daycare, because just by working at that daycare where his kids go, he gets like 75% off. So they do that to pay for their kids' daycare. So that's a problem, right? Like this is a problem. Everybody's doing these things to pay for daycare. It's a problem. Now he talked about me just not working. Well, it's not really an option. So like we've done the math. We've done the math on the daycare. Like it's still more beneficial for both of us to work full time. And I know a lot of families will do the math. Like, if daycare costs this much, how much am I going to lose from my salary to pay for daycare? But I think he's right. It's until people, it's the same thing I say about college, to go back to college. Until people stop doing it, they're going to keep raping you on the price. They're just going to keep doing it. I mean, all these industries, they're just going to keep doing it because they can get away with it. Until people just say, no, we're not paying it, they're just going to keep doing it. It's insane. I just can't get over it. I'm sure you're sick of hearing me talk about it on this show. I just can't get over the price. And it's clearly a problem everywhere. It doesn't matter what city, what state, what part of the country you live in. It's insane. All this stuff's insane. Here's my thing on life at this point. Talk about getting older and you start thinking about things. I look at the ROI, the return on investment, the life return on investment on these things. Like, and I always start debating, like, is it worth it? Is it worth to pay this much, whether it's daycare, whether it's food, whether it's college, whether it's entertainment? Like, dude, I got to get my money's worth, man. I got to get my money's worth. Here's a prime example. I've had an NFL Sunday ticket for, I don't know, damn near 10 years, right? I pay that I can watch every single NFL game. Every single game, every Sunday, I pay. Or I pay for the season, right? I don't know, what is it, $300, $350? For me, totally worth it. Not just because I host a sports podcast twice a week, because I love the NFL. I legit get value on watching these games. I get value. Not just financially, but like emotionally, as crazy as that sounds. I love the NFL so much. I'm like, dude, for $350 for the entire season, I can watch every play that I want. That is worth it to me personally. Again, that's just my choice. That's worth it to me. Going to a concert that I don't care about is not worth it to me anymore. My brother's been pushing us all to go to a few different concerts as brothers. And I know it's not just the concert, it's brother bonding and the five of us getting together. But that's been my response of like, dude, if it's an artist I don't care about, I'm not paying $75, $100. It's just not worth it to me. Sorry. It's just not worth it. And you legit have to weigh the cost on all these things. You do. You have to weigh the cost. And that's where we're at with daycare. And here's the thing. There's pros and cons to all that stuff. Also, good luck finding somebody who's going to be cheaper than daycare, because full-time, it's still going to end up being expensive. I've done the math on it, what you would pay somebody, or I've gotten quotes from people. You really don't save that much unless you're doing it with other kids at somebody's house. Like, that's the best way to do it. But these things matter. I saw this thing today. Again, the price of these things has gotten insane. I saw this thing today about airlines launching standing seats. Let me pull this up. Look at this. Look at this. This is where we're at. Standing seats. Imagine this. Budget airlines are preparing to roll out standing-only seats as early as 2026 in a push to cram more passengers on short-haul flights and cut ticket prices, according to Euro Weekly. The concept came from Italian manufacturer Avio Interiors, which unveiled the Skyrider 2.0. That's what we're looking at. A vertical seat with a saddle section that looks something like a bicycle. It's like a Sibian. Remember that? Those girls used to go on Howard Stern and ride the Sibian. That's what it looks like. You're going to ride this? That's what you're going on? You're going to fly standing up? This is insane. The new seats would allow up to 20% more passengers per flight and could, in theory, drop ticket prices significantly. Ryanair CEO Michael O'Leary, long known for his cost-cutting initiatives, has supported the concept for a while, saying people who want cheap travel should be willing to stand. Fuck you, dude. These people are monsters. I mean, again, I don't know how many times I'm going to say these people are. You're a monster, dude. You want me to stand? You want me to stand? I don't care if it's a 30-minute flight. I don't care if it's a 45-minute flight. You want me to stand? They're monsters. AVO Interiors claims the Skyrider 2.0 passes every safety test with rapid exit drills and all, according to Euroweekly. Like, come on. Really? This is where we're standing? I'm sure that's going to help the flight. You know how many flights have fights now? Oh, that'd be a great reality show. Flight fights. Friday night flight fights. Flight fights. That's a tough one to say. Just people whooping each other's ass on an air flight or on an airplane. You see it all the time. You see all these fights on the planes all the that's going to help that? People standing up? What's the worst industry at this point? I was thinking about that when I saw this. What industry do I despise the most? Is it the healthcare industry? Is it the medical industry? Is it daycare? Is it airlines? Like that's probably my top 3 right now, personally, because I have kids, young kids. In no order, it's like airlines. I think that's going to make everybody's top 3. I think medical, right? Healthcare, that's going to be everybody's top 3. That's going to be in there. I'm going to throw college. College is around there because, again, the absurdity of what they want to charge you. Talk about not getting a return on investment. I'm going to throw that one. Like, you want me to stand? You want me to stand on a flight? I mean, these people are insane. These again, I'm for capitalism. I think it's the best system. It's worked out the best. At some point, the greed has to just stop. You can make money. You can make millions. You can make billions of dollars. You can be profitable. I have no problem with that. Dude, at some point, you got to stop. You want me to stand? You want me to stand on a bicycle and sit on a bicycle? 35,000 feet in the air. Why don't you just put me in the luggage compartment? Why don't you just do that? Why don't you just attach me on a rope to the plane? Just do that. Give me something warm to wear. I'm sure it won't bother me, the frigid air, 35,000 feet in the air. People will do this, though. That's the sad thing. People will do this. At some point in your life, you have to just take a stand. You have to take a stand and say, no, I'm good. I'm cool. Nah, you're an asshole. Not doing it. You have to just take a stand. Because nobody's going to stick up for yourself but yourself. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, yeah. How could I forget? We got a Gay Greg update. We got a Gay Greg update from out here in the burbs. You guys are going to like this, I think. Gay Greg, who has become quickly one of the favorite characters of this show, even though he's never been on the show. If you haven't heard me talk about Gay Greg, he is my neighbor a few doors up, mid-70s, flamboyantly gay, just flamboyantly gay, married, has 2 kids, 2 grandkids, not out of the closet, which makes, like I always say, an episode or a character on Curb Your Enthusiasm. So we have Gay Greg. We've been outside a lot more, so we've been seeing him, right? He's been walking his dog. And as usual, he doesn't disappoint. We saw him a couple times over the weekend, and he was talking to Brittany. I was playing with my daughter, Isla, and she came in and was telling me, and he was talking about how he looks and his age, and he's going on how he's like, I'm 74. First of all, he doesn't look 74. Another reason I'm like, dude, you're so gay. Gay dudes, I don't know, I'm stereotyping here. A lot of gay dudes take care of themselves. They look good. That's a group of people that takes care of themselves. Now, I know they're bears, and I know not every gay dude looks like an Adonis. I'm just saying, a lot of gay men take care of themselves. A lot of gay dudes are looking pretty good. They're in shape. They put on the right moisturizers. The shit I don't do. They take care of themselves. So apparently he says to Brittany, and he does it like this. I know it doesn't look like it, but at one time, this was sizzling. No straight dude in the history of the world goes like this. But at one time, this was sizzling. I don't even know why he was talking about that, his body and his age. But he was dishing us the dirt on the house. Again, I don't know how he knows all this stuff. How does he know all this stuff? I guess one of the houses on our street, she's selling. She's selling the house. And as usual, he's like the Perez Hilton of the neighborhood. He's got all the scoop. And he's like, did you know she's selling her house? He goes, I think she can get at least $400K for it. She's going to list it around $400K. And as usual, I'm just sitting there listening. Brittany's listening. He's like, well, here's what happened. So she's a widow, by the way. He's like, she found a younger guy. He's like 15 years younger. Her family thinks her family thinks that like he's a total gold digger. The family doesn't like him. So her and her new guy are going to move to Tennessee. She's selling all her businesses, but she's going to keep the one really profitable one. She's going to keep for her daughter to keep it in the family name. So this woman who, again, I've lived here 3 years. I'm around the neighborhood. I had a dog, rest in peace, Roscoe. I got girls. I'm always taking on walks. I'm around. I know most of the people. I've never talked to this woman. She's 4 doors up from me. How does he know all this stuff? How does Gay Greg know all this stuff? She has like 6 or 7 businesses here in Cincinnati. They do desserts and it's a pretty popular one. And I guess she's selling them. And he knows all this. He knows all this. He's like, yeah, the family does not like the new boy because, she made a lot of money. She sold her businesses. She's going to sell her house. They're going to move to Tennessee. She's keeping the one for her daughter. They think he's a total gold digger. How does he know all this? Again, I've lived here for 3 years. I never talked to the woman once. How does Gay Greg know all this? The amount of information that he gets out of people. Normally, you walk by somebody, you're like, hey, how's it going? What are you doing? And you get to know people. Small talk, banter, little chit chat. This dude walks by somebody when he's walking his dog. He gets everything. He gets their social security. He gets their credit card information. He gets the first time that they lost their virginity. He gets everything. I don't know how he does it. Bless his heart. He said, with a straight face, play on words, at one time, this body was sizzling. Let me ask you guys this. Have you ever heard a straight man in the history of the entire world ever refer to their body as sizzling without imitating somebody who's gay? He's unbelievable. Isla always grabs Brittany's bracelets now. And she'll put them on and she'll be outside playing. And he always comments on that now. He's like, oh, I just love how your daughter is into jewelry already. And I'm like, well, I don't even know if she's 2. I don't know if she's into jewelry. It's like she just sees mommy put it on and she wants to be. He's like, oh, I just love the jewelry. He'll be like, oh my God, she's wearing it again. I just love it. I love the jewelry. So last time that Brittany was talking to him and I was out there, but I went inside, she came in and she goes, oh my God, that was so gross. I said, what did he say? She goes, did you see? He wasn't wearing underwear. And I could totally see the outline of his dick. My guy, Gay Greg, just walking around free balling in a little family neighborhood, just walking around. I'm like, he does that on purpose. Because there's a lot of dudes around here. A lot of all us dads walking our dogs, playing the cul-de-sac with our kids. He's He wants us to take a peep. She's like, I totally saw it. I just saw the whole outline of it. I was like, was he packing? She's like, you're gross. I'm like, I just want to know, was he packing? This body used to be sizzling. He's unbelievable. Guys, I so every time I see him, there is a part of me that just desperately wants him to be like, hey, man, do you have a podcast? Do you talk about me semi-frequently on your podcast? Am I the guy you call Gay Greg on your podcast? And I just want to be like, yeah, you are. Would you like to come on the podcast? I would love to have you as a guest. And then we can hash out why you're really gay. And it's fine, dude. And I accept you for who you are. I think you're a great guy. You're a great neighbor. Let's talk about it. But you ain't straight, bro. You ain't straight. There ain't a straight bone on that body. Not a single one. You're a great dude. Love having you as a neighbor. You're funny. You make me laugh. You're little out of hand sometimes with the comments. Little out of hand. Especially when I got kids there. But whatever. I'm a dude. I can let it fly. Or I can let it slide. But you ain't straight, bro. You ain't straight. Let's talk about it. And then I'll be like, I used to live in LA. I was around a lot of gay men. I got a lot of gay friends. I'll let him know. Like, I'm cool, dude. I'm cool with you. I'm cool. Don't be shy. Come on, Gay Greg. Just come out. I used to work for Lance Bass. He's a gay dude. Have you ever heard of NSYNC? Come on, gay. Come on, Gay Greg. Just do it. Just be my co-host at this point. Just be my co-host in the Andy Ruther Show. You're way funnier than me. You're way more interesting. Just do it. Come on, Gay Greg. This body used to be sizzling. No straight guys ever said that. Never. Not in the history of the world. All right, let me get out of here. Again, we do have a hotline, 859-935-0078. Give a ring. My DMs are always open. At Andy Ruther. Rate, review, subscribe on Spotify, Apple, YouTube. You guys can find me. And I'm putting these out on Twitter, X as well, every week. All right, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Have a lovely Memorial Day weekend. Peace.